Hello and welcome to Wednesday, July 30th, 2014 for your Astrology and Tarot Horoscope of the day, brought to you by Nicholas. Today's Wednesday, so the planet of the day is Mercury. Mercury is the god of communication, fast thinking, detail orientation, the trickster, playful. He's a fast talker, fast thinker, fast learner. So to align with that Mercury energy, find a way to express yourself. Watch a comedy, something, and tell a joke. I don't know. Just be a little bit more wittier. Be aligned with your communication. There's several ways to communicate. Maybe you just write something and express yourself. But it's a great day to align with that energy, but at least through expression. Today's also a day where the moon is going to sextile. It's really interesting to me. I'm seeing a lot of sort of emotional pain issues coming through today. Just to be honest, on a Wednesday, it's kind of like the moon's at 17 degrees at 8 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Daylight Time, and 17 degrees of Virgo, so it's making a sextile to Saturn. And so those are just, the moon represents the mother, and Saturn represents the father, so having that, it could be a time where easy flowing emotion happens toward that area, or it could be a time of a little bit more pain or communication or healing that needs to happen gets brought up. And the only reason I'm saying that is because the moon is making an opposition to Chiron. So it just sounds like it's coming in from a needed healing perspective. So with the moon opposite Chiron, the moon being at 17 degrees Virgo, and now Chiron at 17 degrees Pisces, that's already an emotional pain for the mother figure, and just trying to figure out how to heal those issues. Was it rejection? Was it denial? Was it abandonment? Whatever that is. The forecast for the day just shows that those issues are being highlighted. And because the moon is making a sextile to Saturn, it's connecting it with that father figure. So just look out for that kind of stuff. It just seems a little... It's really weird because everything just feels a little bit watery to me right now. I mean, yes, we have the Sun, Jupiter, and they're both in fire. But all of a sudden, every other planet in the chart today is in water. I mean, there's so much water energy going on when you've got Venus at 14 degrees Cancer. You've got Mercury at 27 degrees Cancer. You've got the moon in an earth sign, which is a little bit cooler, but it makes an aspect to another water. It's right on, to other water planets. Like Chiron is a planetoid at 17 degrees of Pisces, and Neptune's at 6 degrees of Pisces, and even Mars and Saturn are in they're in Scorpio. So everything's about water right now, and so it's like here we are in the hot throes of this Leo energy, and to me it just feels more like things are needing an emotional sort of swelling before everything can burn off into the steam and fire of the full Leo energy. So I don't know, just looking at this, if someone was born this day with all that water element and aspects going on, they're going to be definitely very passionate. They're definitely going to be emotional, and they're definitely going to be empathic and intuitive. So it's just a day to kind of use your communication and think of those themes while you use it today. So we need to do the card of the day. I'm still very, very skeptical about astrology. It's hard for me not to be I just read things that people say, and it's well, they're just repeating textbook interpretations from a book. And all I can say is that every time I pull up a chart and then I meet with somebody, it's in that short time that I've ever met somebody or I've never even known them, I feel like I've known them better than I know people I worked with for however many years, or even family members. It's like the chart reveals so many of these underlying wirings And so many of these issues, or so many of these like karmic situations that keep popping up, get shown in the chart, are the motives. Like I say, everybody needs to exercise. Why do you need to exercise? Well, if you met with a counselor and they're like, you're overweight and that's adding to your depression, so we need to get you on an exercise routine. That's kind of a cold and distant explanation of why you need to work out. But if you look at someone like me who lacks fire energy in his chart, I need to align with my fire energy to support my Mars, which is an Aquarius who wants to express, and it's in my 5th house. The more I work out, the more creative I'm going to be able to be, the more energy I'm going to have for joy and passion and fun. If I don't work out, I lose that vitality. The more I work out, I'm going to be able to assert myself more, because I have hardly any aspects to my Mars. I have an out-of-sign sextile to Uranus from my Mars, which maybe that counts to people. A lot of astrologers say it doesn't, so I don't know. But knowing that, that's just one more, I'm just going to keep trying to feed these little nuggets of why I think astrology is helpful, why I too continue to question and practice. It's important to do these forecasts every day. It's important to listen to forecasts every day if you're interested in astrology, because you'll start to see these patterns. You'll start to see, okay, fine, the textbook says a Scorpio moon is deep, passionate, penetrating. It needs to understand everybody on all levels, and it creates a dark person. Why? Well, is that true? So by listening to these forecasts every day, by seeing these planetary patterns and how they play out, you start to answer those questions for yourself. And that's very important to me as a skeptic. And I always like to say I'm a skeptic, not a cynic. I'll listen and make my own decisions. Okay. So for me, I think it's a great opportunity when I do these cards of the days to really holistically look at the week. So on a Monday, we've got Aloneness, a major Arcana card. I believe it's the 9 of the series. And then we go into sorrow or sadness. The next day, it was the 9 of air. That's all I can remember. And now today we're going into the Thunderbolt. So if you've been listening to this video, if you've been following everything, basically it's just saying, you're going to have to be content with yourself. By Tuesday, you're questioning those decisions, and you had some sorrow and some pain. By Wednesday, this is when that sudden change that you were preparing for, that's when all these emotional heaviness, this is what you're going to see. Something's going to spark. Something's going to happen today that's going to change everything. There's all this watery energy going on. There's all these emotions. There's some type of breakthrough that changes something. And you're going to know what it is when it happens. And it's going to be sudden, and it's going to be out of the blue, and it's going to be unpredictable. So look out. Sometimes we let these things go because this is a generalized forecast. So if this is kind of like a trine energy, you might not notice it. But if it's a square, you're absolutely going to notice it. If it's a conjunction or opposition, it's going to be very powerful and noticeable. So look at that different thing that enters your life today. The lightning bolt can change your life for better or for worse. You can never prepare for it other than to align with it and to really listen. I'm riding my bike across the street. I'm on a crosswalk. Everything should be safe. I drive and a car almost hits me, and a guy from the street tells me to watch out. Maybe the guy's right. Maybe I didn't do my best to watch out, even though I was on the crosswalk, even though I did the right thing. Maybe I could have been a little bit more cautious before stepping my bike out into that road. So that's the lightning bolt. I'm looking back at, I got really mad at him for telling me that and a little aggressive, but at the end of the day, that's the lightning instinct. He's right. This happened weeks ago, but these are the examples of lightning bolt lessons. Can you align yourself and listen to what's going to happen today? All right, I hope this was helpful. Please visit my blog at www.nicholasdewart.com. Thank you.